700 miles an hour strikes this season, and keyword is strikes. He's commanding inside the strike zone, getting to 2 strikes quickly and putting hitters away on the reg.
Well, Tyron Guerrero, not from the same country as Aroldis Chapman. Tyron is from Colombia. Aroldis Chapman is from Cuba, but he has emerged as a great relief arm because he's been under the wing of Chapman. What have you seen from him as he has developed this season?
I mean, he's obviously talking Chapman because he has the stuff too. You see 100 miles an hour top of the zone. This is a guy who's always had the stuff but couldn't control the zone. He always had trouble throwing strikes. That's the final piece of the puzzle. This season, you're starting to see him really come around, get ahead, throwing strikes, putting guys away all the time.
All right, well, let's get Guerrero and perhaps Chapman an opportunity to get in there today, but let's get Sonny Gray deep into the ballgame. We said in fair or foul he's going to go at least 7. He went 7 innings for the first time this season on Thursday against the Blue Jays. The Red Sox have won 7 of Gray's last starts. He spoke candidly about the state of the Sox.
I can't speak on behalf of the group, but I can speak on behalf of myself, and it's very frustrating. We're not good. We're just not a good team right now, and that's just a fact. Yeah, it's frustrating. I can only speak for myself, but it's frustrating.
This is like one of those days where it might turn around for you as a group, Sonny. You come back with the 2 homers and the 8 to tie it up. The ballpark comes alive, and then just as quickly they get a run on a wind-blown pop-up.
I mean, we're not giving up. If that's, there's definitely no give up. There's none of that, so that's a good thing, but we're just not winning games, and that's just a fact.
JB Sachendor Clubhouse Insider Report is presented to you by energy-saving Marvin Windows. Visit jbsash.com. We welcome in Tim Healy of the Boston Globe. Tim, great to be with you. Is this a showcase for Sonny Gray, who has said that he is open for a conversation about that no-trade clause?
I suppose it is a little bit of a showcase for Sonny Gray. Fortunately for Gray and fortunately for the Red Sox, any team that is looking to acquire Sonny Gray pretty much knows what they're going to get. He's a veteran. He's having a solid season. So regardless of what happens tonight specifically or next time and so on, unless his bigger picture changes in some way, unless he goes into some massive slump or starts dealing with some sort of physical issue, Sonny Gray's trade value will probably stay pretty steady regardless of any given start. That said, the better he pitches, the better off he positions himself.
Well, one guy certainly that could be a trade chip is Aroldis Chapman. We've discussed him a lot in the last few hours. He was dealing with a hamstring issue. Chad Tracy downplaying it a little bit. What more can you tell us?
Chapman downplayed it too. I rewatched the bottom of the 9th last night after the fact, and he did not look physically comfortable in all of those shots that you guys had during the game. They say there's no problem. Chapman said he's been running at full speed some days, so he can't do that with a bad hamstring, really. So, guys aren't always the most forthcoming when it comes to injuries, of course. So it's hard to say for sure that there's nothing going on there. But if he keeps pitching well, or if he gets back to pitching well, then hamstring or not, it shouldn't be an issue.
Tim, a quick follow-up on Aroldis Chapman. We like to give Craig Breslow a lot of grief about some of the moves he makes or doesn't make. But I tell you what, signing Chapman and extending him is one of the good moves for Breslow. I mean, is this guy even better than advertised? It seems like he's pitching in reverse and getting better with age.
It's been a little bit of a Benjamin Button reliever situation, I guess. But not only the contract extension covering this year, but when he gets to 40 innings, and if he finishes the season healthy, then he has a vesting option for 2027. So Chapman is not necessarily a pure rental for the Red Sox or for any team looking to acquire him. And because of that, the Red Sox don't even necessarily have to trade him if they go the seller route. So it's been a great acquisition, a great year and a half so far for Aroldis Chapman with the Red Sox. Absolutely. Definitely in the Craig Breslow pro column.
Yeah, he's been tremendous. Now, the Sox send Connolly early and Peyton Tolley back to Boston ahead of the rest of the team. What was the thinking behind that?
The thinking was being in the mile-high city and in this thin mountain air is not great for athletes in the way their bodies recover. So have them spend as little time as possible here, get them back to Boston probably 24, 28 hours ahead of everybody else, and that'll best position them to be in position to pitch Thursday for Connolly early, Friday for Peyton Tolley against the Yankees to start that homestand. So they're not here today. They won't be here tomorrow. They'll be watching from home.
I was born and raised in Colorado. I covered the Rockies for 5 seasons. I know exactly what you were talking about in terms of body recovery when it comes to playing there. All right, Romy Gonzalez is getting closer to his return to Boston. 0 for 2 tonight in Worcester, but what's the latest on him?
He told reporters in Worcester tonight that he wants to be back on Saturday. That would probably be a tad aggressive. He told me before this rehab assignment that he wants to stack up 30 at-bats in the minor leagues. Coming into tonight, I believe he had 9, so it'd be a tick early Saturday against the Yankees. But if it's not Saturday, then it should be shortly thereafter. So signs remain positive for Romy Gonzalez joining the Red Sox pretty imminently.
All right, Tim Healy with the Boston Globe. We look forward to reading your stuff, your game day story. We appreciate your insight here. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, Sonny Gray has pitched just once at Coors Field back in 2019. He was with Cincinnati at the time. The same year he was an all-star with the Reds. We'll take a closer look at tonight's probables when we return.
Red Sox pregame on NESN is presented in part by JB Sash & Door, New England's premier Marvin dealer for windows and doors. Visit jbsash.com.
Van with an $11,174 total contract.
By buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.
Denver, Colorado's elevation is exactly 5,280 feet above sea level, making it the mile-high city known for its high-altitude outdoor lifestyle, craft beer, and iconic landmarks. One of the prettiest parks in the game. Let's check out our local weather with News Center Maine and our other local television partners.
Hey, I'm WBZ meteorologist Eric Fisher. Still some rain out there tonight, especially south and east of Boston. The Cape and the Islands will do best in the rainfall department. But by tomorrow morning, we're back into the sunshine. We're looking at a more typical June day. High temperatures into the low 80s. Good amount of sun out there. Should feel nice after a couple of damp and gray ones. Mostly low 80s for tomorrow. Also some lower 80s on Thursday with a mix of sun and clouds. Best chance of storms will come back here Thursday night into Friday. Could see a little bit more of that locally heavy rain.
Starting Ace is presented by Ace Ticket, Boston's own starting ace. 4 tickets. Lefty Sean Sullivan was born in Boston, raised in Andover, attended Tabor Academy in Marion. This is his 3rd major league start. Chad Tracy, though, speaking about the veteran Sonny Gray earlier today.
I think Sonny's pretty experienced enough to know what he wants to do. Maybe he hasn't pitched here a ton, but he's probably been to a lot of games here and he's had a lot of conversations. But I don't think he necessarily is going to change what he does. But you guys have seen, we've talked about before, like maybe there's first innings at times where he's doing X and it looks like they're jumping him and he quickly adjusts. So even if he feels like something's happening elevation-wise he doesn't like, he's got 4 or 5 different offerings he can go to. He can sink it in, sink it away. So he's fairly good at adjusting on the fly if he feels like something isn't working for him, and he'll find something that does. So again, very confident that he's on the mound for us.
We talked about it, Lenny, how he was so successful against Toronto. What did he do specifically in the 7th?
I mean, he adapts. First and foremost, he spins it better than anybody in the league. You can see his breaking ball down the bottom of the zone. He uses the cutter off of that to jam left-handed batters. But when Sonny is in the first inning and you notice his batters are making adjustments to the way he pitches, he adapts. He pivots. He goes about it a different way. That's what 14 years in the big league level does for you. You're able to go out there and get it done differently depending on what you have and what adjustments the opposition is making toward you.
Speaking of that, what does he have? What's the arsenal? What's the StatCast on it?
If his breaking ball is on, you're going to get a lot of swing and miss. You can see the curveball. It's about 17.8%. Those a lot of cutters, mixes in the 4-seamer, but that sweeper, back foot to lefties, backdoor against righties, it's a good pitch. We'll see if he goes to that frequently. I want to see that down at the bottom of the zone. I want to see a lot of swing and miss, but using that 4-seamer to set it up and using that same tunnel is prudent for Sonny Gray.
Now, the trade deadline is August 3rd, which is late this season. How many more times, in your estimation, will we get to see Sonny Gray in a Sox uniform? I mean, he does have a full no-trade clause that he did waive to join Boston back in November, but he is in his 14th Major League season. He said it himself. He was very candid. This team stinks right now. What does your gut tell you?
It's a great question. I'm not sure, but I know he's going to command a ton, and it's going to have a lot to do with what the Red Sox do really. They got the Yankees coming up 4-game series. I feel like anytime they play the Yankees, if they play well, it's going to be one thing. If they play poorly, the writing's going to be on the wall after
And
that.
it's funny, too, because Sonny Gray did say when he came over to Boston, he was glad to be on a team where it was easy to hate the Yankees. So we'll see what happens there. Now, Sean Sullivan has pitched to some bad luck despite his 10.29 ERA. Opponents are 8-17 with a 9.41 slug against his 4-seamer. What does the Red Sox lineup need to do against him tonight?
Well, you know what? See something over the middle. That's what the Cubs did last time. He missed his spots over the middle of the plate, and they were sitting there ready and waiting. You know, his fastball does not blow you away anywhere from 89 to 90, but he is in the 100 percentile as far as extension. So the fastball does play up. So, again, first rule hitting, get a good pitch to hit. If he's not giving anything, take your pitches, take your walks, set the table for the guys, the big boppers, and know the lineup and do your thing from there.
Now, Sullivan did throw 3 shutout innings on just 2 hits in his debut in West Sacramento against the Athletics. He did allow 8 runs on 9 hits over 4 innings on Wednesday at Wrigley Field. This is a young guy, just his 3rd major league start. That's got to be in the minds, too, of the Red Sox hitters.
Yeah, absolutely. There's probably going to be butterflies, even though it's his 3rd start. This is a guy that needs to go out there and pound the strike zone because he doesn't have that blow away stuff. If he doesn't come to you, don't get over anxious. A lot of times the guys that don't throw hard pick at the corners, use their breaking balls to get you to chase. Make him come to you, and that's where you get your A swing off.
Do not chase outside of your own zone, certainly
That's
not the strike zone. All right, next, former Sox closer Keith Folk weighs in on Aroldis Chapman. Is he a trade chip? Folk checks in with our 310 to Left podcast crew right after this.
Red Sox Game Day Live is presented by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans.
3, 2, 1. Chips as we start to close in on that August 3rd trade deadline. Aroldis Chapman could be a game-changing addition to any contender down the stretch. Former Sox closer Keith Folk knows a thing or two about closing for a contender and being traded at the deadline. He joined TC on 310 to Left today to talk about it.
You took to the closer role. Obviously, it worked very well for you. And you look at over the course of your career, when you moved teams, it was always because that closer role, that bullpen help was such an important part of a sort of team that was close to being ready to go for it, right? Ultimately, the Red Sox grabbing you for 2004 after your playoff run with Oakland, who had grabbed you because they want, so we're talking a lot about it right now with Aroldis Chapman, right? This guy is one of the best closers in the game. The Red Sox are a last-place team right now, one of the 3 or 4 worst records in baseball. So if you end up selling off, closers are always in a commodity. What's that like for the closer? Because it's such a defined role. And I feel if you get moved as a closer, it's not like you're getting moved, listen, you're a second baseman. We might have to move you over to shortstop a little bit. We might move you. Yeah. You're a closer. They're bringing you in. You know what your role is going to be. What's that like when you go to a new team knowing I'm one of the final pieces they think can put them over the top? And you ultimately did with the Red Sox in 2004.
Yeah, it's flattering. There's a lot of times where you don't want to be traded. You're disappointed in how your current team's playing, but like you said, it's not like you're going and you're going to be put on the back burner. You're going there to help somebody win. You're going to a playoff situation. One good thing about him is every time you see him on the mound, he never looks rusty. From everything I know about him, he works like a mule. And he's always ready to go. And as a fan, I respect that. I love watching him come in. I wish he got more opportunities, but if he does get traded, he's going to go somewhere where we're going to be watching him play on TV in October. But I would hate to see him go because I think our team's better than what we play. But as a fan, I don't write the checks and make the decisions.
You brought up the never looks rusty, and that's such a great point. He's appeared in 4 games this month. And we're sitting here on the 23rd of June. He's got 4 appearances. And maybe he's a different beast because he is such a workout fanatic. But that's not easy to do, is it? Last night he comes in, ultimately took the loss. Not really because he showed any rust. He was throwing 99 miles an hour. It was just a couple of slap hits that worked out. But how tough is that when you're the closer and there's just no save situation because the team's not winning?
It definitely wouldn't work for me. I was the type of pitcher where I had to throw all the time. And, if I couldn't get in a game, I was throwing, after the game. but you have to get that work in. And even a bullpen, you can throw 10 bullpens. It doesn't equate to one thing on the mound, because the energy and, when you're actually facing big league hitters, it's tough. And if you can't throw, like if I couldn't throw a minimum twice a week, I was in the manager's office pitching coach, like, hey, I need to get in the game, or when it does come time, I'm not going to be as sharp as I need to be.
Well, don't miss new episodes of 310 to Left, presented by Ford, every Tuesday and Thursday on NESN, streaming on NESN 360 and wherever you get your podcast. So that was an interesting discussion, too, that TC and Keith were bringing up, Lenny. It's because as a closer, you hope to get in there as many times as you can, but it's not as if the Sox have given him a ton of save opportunities to kind of like let that one go.
Yeah, I think it was in Tampa pretty recently where he had that long stretch in between getting out there. The game was over, and then he picks up a ball and proceeds to throw a bullpen. So you got to do what you got to do in order to stay fresh. But Keith's right. Aroldis Chapman rust is a little different than everybody else's rust. He's still throwing at 98 to 100 miles an hour. He's been throwing a lot of strikes this year, but it's about feeling confident on the mound. And oftentimes when closers go into situations where they're not closing, they're just going in a regular relief role, something's a little off there. The juices aren't flowing, and you typically don't see that extra edge that they bring to every game.
We typically have seen Garrett Whitlock as a setup man to Aroldis Chapman, but he didn't necessarily do anything wrong last night. You got to tip your cap to the Rockies hitters, but he gave up 4 hits in his 1 inning of work. It wasn't like it was bad location. It's really unlike anything we've been accustomed to, because he pitched well.
Yeah, you look at the locations of these pitches. That's in on the hands there. Just did a good job of cleaning it out, getting the hands through. The third hit right here, this is an 0-1 pitch. The only thing I'll say is that's the same pitch as the prior located pitch. Both fastballs, same location, and the batter fouled it off. So I hate going to the well 2 times in a row when you judge a swing and he fouls it straight back. But other than that, look at these pitches. They're all on the corner. He's ahead in the zone. The fastball velocity is typical for Whitlock. Again, tip your cap. Chapman, Whitlock, they're getting ahead. The velocity was there. They located well. Nice job, Colorado, getting the job done.
Absolutely. All right, Sonny Gray looking to pick up his 9th win of the season. He's 8-1 with a 3.12 earned run average entering his outing tonight. He's getting ready. So are we. We'll be back after this.
Red Sox Game Day Live is presented by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans.
Thursday.
Did you see this baseball kickoff?
Baseball's biggest rivalry returns to Fenway.
Welcome to the rivalry.
The Yankees make their final trip to Boston this season.
Ben Rice has been some kind of star.
One last showdown at Fenway.
Time for them to start defending their home turf.
One last chance for redemption.
Here comes Chapman.
You gotta love to see that.
He took charge of that.
Yankees, Red Sox. Series coverage begins at 6, only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360.
It's a big, big deal. Summer is a big deal at Toyota.
Come to Toyota's Big Deal Summer event, where you could get a deal like an affordable $309 a month lease on a ruggedly refined, fuel-sipping Tacoma SR5 with a $15,814 total contract cost. Summer's a big deal at Toyota, the longest-lasting brand with the best resale value. So see your New England Toyota dealer.
It's a big deal.
Toyota, let's go places.
Baseball's in full swing, Boston, so swing away with Fanatics.
For all your favorite teams and ball players. Right now, customers can choose the reward they want to use on home run bets. Claim now, and it's ready to use instantly. Download the Sportsbook app now to play your game on FanDuel. Here's the same game parlay. You can see the odds there. Red Sox on the money line. Cedar Rafaela recording an RBI. That's not that out of the question. Sonny Gray, 7 or more strikeouts. All right, let's see what happens. Time now for our Planet Fitness. Getting you in the game. The Red Sox lineup, I apologize, first, is presented by Plymouth Rock. Nate Eaton tonight. He'll be the 7th unique batter to start in the 1 hole for the Red Sox this season. So there's been a lot of differences in terms of that. Chad Tracy talking about Eaton leading off.
You guys have seen it. You saw it last year, and Nate's a good player, and especially what he does against left-handed pitching. So he filled that role admirably last year when he came up and when the team was banged up, and him and Sogi were big factors. Like, he can handle lefties, and he's got speed, and if he gets on base, he's a threat. So having him up there against the lefty to set the table for the middle guys seemed like the logical thing to do. We're obviously banged up and short and whatever, and we don't don't have a prototypical leadoff hitter, so we're mixing and matching there so we can keep Wilson and Jaron stacked on each other. So Nate will do the job.
Getting in the zone is presented by Planet Fitness, only $15 a month. All right, you have the veteran Sonny Gray getting ready for hopefully his 9th win of the season. What do you need to see?
Just consistency. Consistency that he's brought throughout this whole season. The Sox have won 9 of his 13 starts, 7 of his last 9. He's given up 3 or fewer earned runs in 12 of his 13 starts. So, he doesn't have the strikeout numbers that he's had throughout his career, but he's not walking guys either. He's getting a lot of swing and miss. He's using his defense to go out there and get the job done. Let's see him get 6 or 7 innings tonight, get it back to a W. On the other end of the spectrum, a young kid, Sullivan, obviously make him force himself out of his own game? Yeah. Don't go out of the zone. This is a guy that has to rely on hitting his spots. Make sure you keep your hands back. It's 89-90. You can see a little deception there throwing across his body, a little low 30-degree arm angle right there. So, yeah, try to hit the opposite field. That's what you got to think. And we're going to see Nate Eaton first. He's leading things off. Yeah, Nate Eaton, game-tying solo home run in the 3rd inning on Sunday at Seattle. He walked in the 6th. Let's see a little bit more of that action tonight. All right. Well, we hope that we see you guys after the game. There's a DJ in Denver. Things have changed since I've lived there. But Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone, Jemai Webster on the call. Lenny and I will be back after the game. Enjoy.
This one's about to be a tank.
The last ones, you've trusted Subaru with your family. Now.
And tonight from the Colorado Rockies, the Red Sox try to recover from a 9th inning collapse in the opener in a stunning finish with, of all people, Aroldis Chapman on the mound. Sonny Gray has been the Red Sox best guy this year. They need him again tonight here in Game 2. Welcome to Coors Field, everybody. Dave O'Brien alongside my partner Lou and also Jemai in just a couple of moments. And, Sonny Gray really has been the go-to guy all season long. When things have gone kind of crazy the night before, he delivers.
Oh, things definitely went crazy. I don't care how much baseball you watch. You always see something you haven't seen before. And I haven't seen that late in that game. But you turn to Sonny Gray here today, and look how good he has been. 13 starts. Red Sox 9-4 in those starts. His last 6 decisions, he's undefeated. Hasn't lost since April 14th. And his last 8 since that little short stint on the IL, 6-0 with a 2.53 ERA. 3rd in the AL and MLB wins with 8 and has allowed 3 runs or fewer in 12 of his 13. He's done a really nice job for this ball club. We'll see how many more starts you have him for. Hopefully it's for a while, but you got to get 27 outs tonight, Obi.
A high-performance player presented by GMC. Well, Red Sox trying to find a leadoff man who can deliver. Nate Eaton takes a shot tonight. It was a shot he hit in Seattle over the weekend. Red Sox and Rockies, Game 2, coming away next. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. BuyAToyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit BuyAToyota.com. And powered by Salem 5, at home, on the go, always 5. Make your move to Salem 5. Really pleasant night here in Denver, Colorado. We get set for the middle game of the series. Day baseball tomorrow as we toss it down to Jemai Webster. Jemai, always interesting to me to learn who a given player rooted for when he was a young kid growing up wanting to be a baseball player.
Yeah, it certainly is, Dave. Baseball stories always seem to have a way of coming back full circle. And I had the pleasure of working and living here in the Mile High City from 2014 to 16. And I got to cover another Venezuelan Gold Glove outfielder in Carlos Gonzalez. Now, we have Wilyer Abreu. Of course, Abreu hails from Maracaibo, Venezuela. Cargo, 3-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove, 2-time Silver Slugger. Was the NL batting champ in 2010. So it's easy to see how Abreu grew up cheering for the Rocks and his countrymen, making being here full circle now for him.
No, I mean, this is a really good place. I mean, I grew up watching Carlos Gonzalez, so, he played here for a long time. I mean, it's pretty cool to play right now here. That's one of the players that I follow up growing up, and he played here, so it's pretty cool to play here too.
Yeah, how much did Cargo impact you as a kid coming up, understanding that, you know, it's another Venezuelan?
No, a lot. I mean, especially that he's from my same hometown, so I think that's pretty cool, you know, that we're representing our country and our city, so I think it's, you know, amazing, like, follow his career and now try to, you know, do my things.
Yeah, that's pretty cool indeed. Abreu gets to continue to dominate in the same outfield Cargo did for 10 seasons with Colorado. He'll be playing behind Sonny Gray for Game 2 from the Mile High City Red Sox. Look to even up the series. First pitch right after this.
Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Nissan. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales event. WB Mesa, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru. Picture perfect night here for game number 2. Red Sox reeling after the defeat. It looked like a near certain win. Certainly the way those two guys at the back end of the bullpen have performed, Whitlock and Chapman, and up 2-0. Even in this ballpark, as crazy as it could be here, it felt relatively safe. But Lou, you and I have never seen 8 consecutive hits by the opponent to end a major league game.
No, I mean, Whitlock gave up 4 hits in the 8th, and they didn't score a run. They had a couple guys thrown out in the base pass, and honestly, when they got through that, I was like, well, that's it. Chapman's going to come in. You're going to win this ball game now, and Colorado's going to talk about they blew it in the 8th. And then 4 consecutive hits off Chapman, and this game is over. Yeah, that one kind of caught you off guard a little bit. It's the first time they've lost, trailing after 7 all year long.
Yeah, that's right. The last major league team who can say that. Well, time for a look at the Red Sox lineup tonight, brought to you by Plymouth Rock. At the very top, as we mentioned, Nate Eaton gets the start. Rafaela, then Abreu, followed by Contreras, Duran, and the red-hot Caleb Durbin. 5-game hitting streak, 10 for 17. So the beat goes on for the Red Sox third baseman.
Take a look at the Rockies starting pitch presented by WB Mason. It's a 23-year-old lefty, Andover, Mass native, making his 3rd start, first here at Coors. That 10.29 ERA. Whip up to almost just under 2. His arsenal is going to come at you with the 4-seam fastball. It's not going to blow you away. It's going to live 88 to 90 or so. The little sweeper, cutter, changeup. It's going to live off elite extension, which is what he has. Defensively for the Rockies, at third base, it's going to be Willie Castro with Tovar and Julian up the middle. Rumfield at first. The outfield left to right. Moniak, McCarthy, and Freeman with Hunter Goodman doing the catching.
Checking on your umpires tonight, presented by M&T Bank. Ben May has home plate. Brendan Miller at first, John Tumpane at second. Chris Conroy is the crew chief at third. Where available, as telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Weather is picture perfect as mentioned. Barely a cloud in the sky, 78 degrees. There is a chance of some showers later on. The wind is in from right at 13 miles per hour, but gorgeous right now. And Nate Eaton to start it tonight against Sean Sullivan, born in Boston. And as Lou mentioned, raised in Andover. And his first pitch will be ball 1, and we are underway.
The Tabor Academy in Marion. I mentioned you're going to see the fastball 89, but extension 7 for 6. That's 100th percentile. We saw that the other day with Gilbert.
6'5", 200 pounds. He's 23 years old. Got to be a thrill for him to face his hometown team.
Also making his first appearance here. It's only his 3rd of the year, but first time here at Coors.
Nate at 125 with a home run. Looked to hold up, and he did. 3-0.
Nate in that leadoff spot. You know, last year 279 versus lefties. Actually at 316 versus righties. He did a really nice job for the Red Sox late in the year.
September really swung the bat well. Green lights on 3-0. Now 3-1. Cedon on deck. Sullivan played collegiately at Northwestern and then transferred to Wake Forest. Did pitch on the Cape for Harwich. 3-1. Inside ball 4. Red Sox with a leadoff man aboard in front of Cedon. Sullivan, his third major league start. His major league debut on June 12 was marred by illness. In fact, he only pitched 3 innings, actually threw the ball pretty well, but he was vomiting in between the innings. Eventually shut it down. And then his next start, the Cubs made him sick. So he gave up 8 runs on 9 hits.
Yeah, it's a tough one there. That's why you see that out at the ERA's balloon. One bad outing. There's some expected numbers that make him look pretty good. You know, deal with reality sometimes, but apparently they didn't hit the ball very hard off of it. Always different, right, when the local kid throws against the Red Sox. I don't really like Schlittler or Ben Rice too much.
No.
They pretty much kill you.
Not even a little bit. Swung on and missed. 1-2 on Cedon. Abreu will check in next. Willier, as he told Jemai before the game, was a Rockies fan growing up in Venezuela.
Carlos Gonzalez, that happens a lot, right? Especially he grew up in his own town.
Yeah.
Cargo's a great player, great hitter.
Struck him out. Receiver just 89, but fans him and 1 gone.
I mentioned you can't really put that number in your mind, right? Because of that 7 feet 6 inch extension, it's elite. Tie for the highest in the league, so you got to go up there thinking, okay, this 89 is going to be about 93.4, and he can still get you if he locates top of the zone.
Willier 276, 9 home runs. See if Nate is on the move. Got a lefty out there, but he has very good wheels. Red Sox have to be aggressive on the bases. When they shut that down, on it goes. Strike, throw down. He's going to dive in, and he is safe at second. So Eaton picks up the theft, and the Red Sox have a man in scoring position.
Sometimes with that lefty, right? You got to go first move, and you'd hate to get picked off. We talked about it last night. The Rockies paid the price in the 8th. Gets a really good jump, but last thing you want to do is that little throw over. You get picked off in a rundown. Making outs on the bases in Colorado is something you do not want to do. Everybody can leave the yard.
0-1 to Willier. And that's why when they lost 2 base runners in the 8th inning, you felt like, well, they took their shot.
Yeah.
You know, this game is over.
Yeah, you would have thought. And then Chapman comes in and 4 straight hits again.
Willier socks that one. That is drilled deep out there into the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall and score a run. Nate Eaton is in. Abreu rounding second. He wants third. He is in there easily with a stand-up triple. It is one big ballpark, and man, did he take advantage of that. That was a searing line drive to the deepest part of Coors Field. The Red Sox are on the board.
Good triples park. Outfield is huge. And once again, Abreu facing lefties. Doesn't try to get too big. Gets this breaking ball. Just trying to make contact. He's strong enough to drive the ball. He's a different hitter versus lefties than he is righties. He came in hitting 383 off of him.
It takes about 3 throws to get it back to the infield.
It's a long way. Well, normally when the outfielder picks it up, you're thinking, maybe I shouldn't test it. But then you got to realize how far away he is. This outfield is huge.
Infield in for Wilson Contreras. Second triple for Willier Abreu, by the way. Red Sox lead it 1-0 against Sullivan.
They got to get this one in. Infield is in. If Wilson gets something up, drive it to the outfield, just take your little sac fly, go up 2-0.
Had an RBI double last night. Actually had a couple of good-looking at-bats because he has really been scuffling. He swung the bat there on the appeal to Brennan Miller. So he's 3 for 26, but looked better last night.
Sullivan's not a big strikeout guy the first couple outings. Seemed like he was on it, just sort of missed that one. Righties, it will be that 4-pitch mix. Sweeper, maybe the swing and miss. You've already seen the fastball on top of the zone. He may go back to.
1 out, runner at third. Red Sox and the Rockies have the same number of wins. 31. Well, it's a big improvement for these guys for Colorado. They didn't win their 31st game until August 12th last year. Checked again.
31 and 88. 40 games ahead schedule. Yeah. 31 and 40. Well, they got a lineup. When we look at this lineup, got some guys swinging. I know you hear cores, but they've got some guys that can swing it. This is the side of the ball right now they got to try to control and not give it up runs.
2-2 on Contreras. Fouled back in a big hack. Sullivan taken in the second round of the draft in 2023. Colorado paid him a signing bonus of $1.7 million.
That's nice.
So he did okay.
I think Brady was going on contact here. 1 out. He was taking off on that foul ball on the swing.
2-2 home. And popped it up. Runfield first baseman still cruising over. He's there to make the catch, and Willier has to stay put. And there are 2 down. So not that time for Contreras, and now it's up to Jarren Duran, who's skidding right now, 1 for his last 21. Man, does he run hot and cold.
It's a lot of swinging, period. A lot of swinging. Swinging and missing, chasing outside the zone.
Also had a terrible time with that game-winning triple down the left field line last night, which was the game winner. He's going to take ball 1. Red Sox ahead 1-0 in the first. And the left-hander with a 1-0. They'll drop it in there for a strike. Jarren 0 for his last 12. Trying to break that up right here and get the Red Sox another run. Showing a bunt. Pops it up on the infield. Tough spot. The shovel, and got him on a bang-bang play. Oh, it had a chance. Jarren Duran dropped it into that no-man's land, but a nice play there by Julian to get him.
A little bit too hard, that's all, man. Julian, make him come another 2 feet in and you can get a hit. Just barreled it.
Look at the Rockies lineup presented by Xfinity. They have some guys having pretty good years, including the guy at the top, McCarthy. He was the star last night. Freeman hitting .280 and a 14-game on-base streak. Hunter Goodman, the catcher, has hit 21 home runs. So they do have some trouble spots in their lineup. McCarthy right at the top. Sonny Gray's first pitch, ball 1.
Sox starting pitchers presented by BuyAToyota.com. Sonny Gray, 14th start of the year. You see that 8-1 record, ERA just over 3, the 1.18 whip. Throwing the ball really well lately, really all year long.
And Red Sox have won 7 of his last 9 starts. That goes back to the end of April.
As for his arsenal, you know he's going to mix it up. He's going to have a good cutter that'll play here. 4-seamer, sweeper, curveball. Will keep an eye on some of that movement. Sinker. When he's going well, he's locating those fastballs.
McCarthy, 294, 5 home runs. He's the guy that cleared the bases with the game-winning triple, the walk-off last night, first walk-off of his career.
They're trying to extend this, right? 8 consecutive hits. That streak still going here in the first.
It is painfully for the Red Sox. 3-0. And ball 4. So McCarthy will reach, and you got to be careful with him. He's stolen on 11.
Take a look at the Red Sox defense presented by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin, he'll be back at third base. They're up the middle. Wilson Contreras at first. Outfield left to right is Eden, Rafaela Abreu. Caught long back there for Sonny Gray.
Nicky Moniak, a home run threat, 285. He's hit 12. And looks at strike 1. Red Sox, Rockies, and San Francisco Giants are tied for the fewest wins in baseball with 31. Not many would have guessed that when the Red Sox season began on March 26th. Pop foul off third. That'll drift out of play.
This guy's been swinging it. You know, last year in Colorado, hit 270 with 24 homers. This year, 285. He's got 12. .659 slugging percentage versus righty. That's second highest in baseball behind Ben Rice.
Well, we're going to see this weekend when the Yankees come to Fenway. 0-2, socked down to right field on a foul. Sonny with only one career start at Coors Field. 7 innings, 1 run with Cincinnati back in 2019. So it's just that sample, but for a guy who spins it for a living, this is a tough place to do that. That's a heck of an effort. He tries to duplicate that tonight. Swing and a miss. He'll get Moniak. Struck him out. One gone.
That one looked good there. A little sweeper down and in. So Moniak in swing mode coming out of the gate, chasing kind of out of the zone, and said, all right, you want to keep swinging? Let's spin something down and in.
Hunter Goodman here, 243, 21 home runs. Out of the catcher spot. You mentioned swings and misses. How about last night? The last two Red Sox pitchers, Whitlock and Chapman, threw a total of 19 pitches. Colorado swung at 17 of them.
Not hacking, huh?
Did they ever? 0-2.
Well, Chapman's velocity was okay, right? 98, 99, you saw whatever. But again, nothing was on the top of the zone. Everything was kind of knee thigh high, and he's at his best, as is guys like Tolle and others. That when they get that ball on the top of the zone, that's where the swing and miss comes from. 8 straight hits.
Yeah, we're all still shaking our head.
We'll end that there with Moniak. At least somebody got out.
0-2, runner goes. Cut on and missed. Here's the throw down, the tag, and he's going to get the bag on a strikeout of Goodman. So McCarthy with his 12th, but 2 down.
After a 4-pitch walk, he's kind of come right back and gotten ahead of Moniak and Goodman. As you said, McCarthy's 12th of the year. So keep an eye on him, but Sonny doing a nice job getting ahead now after that first hitter and putting guys away.
Sends up T.J. Rumfield, the first baseman, 279. Good power from him, too, with 12 homers. Colorado with the tying run at second. Red Sox were up 2-0 when this guy led off the 9th inning last night with a single. 3 batters later, the game was over. Sonny Gray trying to pitch around a leadoff walk. And a 1-0 pitch inside.
And Sonny's given up a run in the first inning 5 consecutive starts. Never done that before. Just one. A couple solo homers, but just 1 run. Trying to put up a 0 here and break that streak.
Pitched well enough to win his last time out. He'll be in there for a strike. Went 7 against Toronto. 3 runs, 6 hits. Red Sox would lose that game 4-3. Sonny had no decision in that contest. 2-1 coming. Fly ball, a little pop up into left. Charging in on it, Eaton, plenty of time. He's got it. And Sonny Gray will strand that man at second.
Here's the pitch. Summer destinations in New England. That's all coming up.
Side second inning. Red Sox on top 1-0 after 1. Caleb Durbin will start the year against the left-hander Sullivan. Red Sox opened the ball game by taking ball 4. That was Eaton. He would steal second, and Wilyer Abreu tripled him in.
See the Sox score in the first. Something they just don't often do. Still worse than baseball.
Durbin tags that one, but foul. He was ready to hit.
By a big margin. That was the 22nd time, 22nd run they've scored in the first inning. 30th. San Diego's 29th with 27.
There's no law against it.
No.
That we're aware of.
Well, they can still do the rules. Matter of fact, we've had 10 road games in the month of June. It's the first time on the road they've scored in the first. Usually a quick little 1-2-3 piece, maybe 12 pitches onto the bottom half.
1-2 to Durbin. Line shot knocks the glove off. Sullivan picks up the baseball and gets him. That's the way it's going with Durbin these days. takes some effort to get him out. Hitting the ball so hard. Now they're going to come out and check on Sullivan, see if he's okay.
Okay, got him right in that glove. And maybe on that, I don't know if I got him in the wrist or not, but actually the way Durbin's going, I'm surprised he didn't ricochet off the glove in the no man's land for a hit.
Yeah. Sitting .588 his last 5 games. 10 for 17.
With 5 extra base hits too. Those 10 hits. Got that glove up, knocked it down. Julian kind of right behind it, but still good reaction.
Monasterio 229 with 2 home runs. One man away. And Andrew will take that one inside. Red Sox to finish up the series and the road trip here tomorrow afternoon. Certainly hope you can join us at 3:10. That's Ranger Suarez against left-hander Kyle Freeland, who is 1-7 with a 7.36 ERA.
High ERAs. Can you take advantage of it?
3-0 taken all the way, and a strike on Monasterio. Connor Wong to hit next.
Monasterio was hitting .296 for starting pitchers, .172 versus relief. So he liked it to start.
And he's on, ball 4. Red Sox take this second walk. Sox took a couple of early walks, in fact 3 of them in the first 2 innings last night. And then the next 2 guys swung at the first pitch.
Yeah.
You know, Siegler hit the ball hard. He lined out, but it's an out on 1 pitch. And then Meyer did the same thing, swung at the first pitch moments later, and that was the end of that.
Feltner was really struggling too to find it.
Yeah, it was.
Same thing here now. Ball 1, bad miss.
Monasterio with the lead off first against the left-hander. Red Sox on top 1-0. Bend inside. 2-0.
Connor's had a really nice bounce back year. The ball gets away from Sullivan on the throwback, but yeah, 256. Last year was such a struggle all year. Both hands kind of hurting. He ended up having surgery on one of them end of the year, but on the road he's hitting 300. Watch this throwback from Goodman. A little bit too high. Julian, people screaming his name, kind of.
Yeah. Gets behind him. The ball's going to roll for a half an hour in this outfield. He falls by 3-0 on Connor Wong. So Sullivan, some early command issues, and here comes the 3-0 to Connor. Taken all the way. Red Sox currently 6-12 in the month of June. 13-14 in May. He missed again. Ball 4. You can see a little patience there. First and second for the number 9 man Siegler.
They got a little talk here, but Siegler's got to be really patient. This is interesting too. Siegler will be hitting right-handed. Now he's listed as a switch hitter. It's just that he hasn't really hit much right-handed. As a matter of fact, this year down in AAA, he was there. He was only 1 for 3. Just didn't play against lefties. The year before in 2025 with the Brewers went 2 for 4. And actually 3 for 30 when he spent some time down the minor league. So it's almost like he's given up on hitting right-handed.
No.
But they're going to give it a shot here today.
Got to the point where he wasn't even being listed as a switch hitter.
No, he's been listed as a left-handed hitter. The Red Sox media had to come to us and say, by the way, we are listing him as a switch hitter. And I'm thinking, okay, that's just for game planning purposes. Right. But will he ever hit right-handed? Well, here we go.
Here he is tonight with a chance to do something too. First and second, 1 down. Red Sox up 1-0.
Gotta be patient here though.
You've got to force him to throw a strike. Back-to-back walks. He's already walked 3 of the first 8. Monasterio at second, Wong at first. And ball 1. Siegler, aside from being a switch hitter, is ambidextrous. He's actually a catcher earlier in his career. Playing second base tonight. That's in for a strike.
Moved around. I remember talking to him in spring training. He feels like he throws harder from the left side, and when he plays the outfield, he play it left-handed. But obviously, infield catching, he's right-handed.
And a 1-1 pitch. Shot out into left field. Moniak is there to make the catch. The runners have to go back to first and second. Hit that one sharply, but for an out.
Pretty good from the right side.
2 down. It brings up Nate Eaton for the second time tonight. First inning, he took a walk, stole second base. Something he can do as a utility guy.
A couple times Ziegler now 0 for his last, whatever, but he's lined out a couple of times hard. Last night right, and that time to left.
2 on 2 out. We check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. Cedon on deck. Sox getting a second inning chance. Play on, and the throw and the tag down won't get him. Monasterio back in. Red Sox against the Yankees for a 4-game series. Beginning on Thursday through Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, both games on national TV. Line drive into left field. That's going to sink down for a base hit. Here comes the runner trying to score. Moniak firing. It's going to be cut. The run scoring. A play at third and in time to get him. Connor Wong cut down. The run does count. On out number 3, he scored before that. The Red Sox lead it 2-0. Tracy with a hand in the air and won't challenge the play at third. It goes into the books as an RBI single by Eaton to drive in Monasterio. Red Sox do have a 2-0 lead. Also had a runner cut down at third base, but up by 2 as we go to the bottom of the second. In support of Sonny Gray. Trying to go to 9-1.
I hate seeing giving up outs on the base pass, and to me it's about knowing your field. I know what that ball was to the left field, but Moniak's out there, doesn't have a good arm. They're all so deep. Monasterio is going to score on that hit. You're just giving yourself up at third.
0-1 inside on Freeman.
I mean, in this ballpark, you'd love to have first and second, 2 outs, Rafaela up. What if he launches? We put the game to sleep, 5-0. Maybe not in this ballpark, but you know what I mean. You don't need to do that here.
Check swing off the catcher, foul ball. That one caught Connor Wong. 1-2 back to that play at third.
We'll just see Moniak just really deep. It doesn't have a good arm, 38th percentile. This is like giving yourself up. She does a nice job trying to avoid it, but late in the ball game, tie game in the 8th, I don't mind this at all. You just get that winning run aboard. But in this ballpark in the second, just stay at second base. No need to push. Give Rafael a shot with 2 outs.
The little things often turn out to be big things at the end of a game. That's been the case for the Red Sox this year. 1-2. Knock foul. So it's 5, 6, and 7 here for Colorado. Freeman, Castro, Johnston.
Freeman riding a little 7-game on base streak, hitting .333 with a .420 on base. There's a lot of guys on this team that put some numbers up here recently.
Swung on and missed. He puts him away. Sweeper, and that's 3 strikeouts already for Sonny.
Affecting the sweeper. It's usually a pitch. Well, we haven't seen many curveballs, but still the sweeper has been impressive. Still getting that rotation, still getting that swing and miss on it.
Now, Sonny was asked this week about the possibility of a trade deadline deal, and if he would be open to waiving his no trade clause. Swinging a high drive right field line. Castro laying into that one, and that ball is gone. His 6th home run of the season, and that makes it a 2-1 game. Going into that at bat, he had been 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts against Sonny Gray. So he gets a measure of revenge.
That's another sweeper here. Down and in. Other than, say, the Abreu ball that was driven to right center for a triple, is the first ball that's really been driven here in a game and a few innings.
435 feet. Troy Johnson, the DH, 308 with 3 home runs. Sonny responded to that. Would he be open to waiving the no trade? He said, if someone came to me from the Red Sox and made a decision, that's the direction the team was going. He said, I would be open to the conversation. Popped up, coming on Rafael, and has to slide for it. It rolls out of his glove, and the runner all the way down to second, Johnston. He's going to be safe. He had 3 Red Sox out there. Nobody made the play. Cedon had the longest to go.
Yeah, he just called the infielders off too soon. I mean, it did say Don Rafael, I get it. And so you're going to, as an infielder, you're going to trust this man, given how he plays center field. But look where this ball lands. Like, this is a second baseman, shortstop's ball, but they hear Rafael, they get out of the way. Look where it lands. I mean, that's 15, 20 feet behind infield dirt. That's an infielder's ball.
It winds up officially a double. A sloppy start to this one for the Red Sox, even though they're on top 2-1. And here's Tovar. 2-base hit for Johnston. He says thank you very much on a pop-up that should have been caught.
22 doubles now for him. Second in the National League. I'll take it.
Tovar 2-11 with 5 home runs. Ground ball up the middle. Down to get it. Siegler zips it over there to get the out. Johnston into third. That had some nasty topspin.
That is a beautiful play by Anthony Siegler. You know, this ball goes off of Sonny's glove. Because of that, that hop gets a little bit weird off the bat. Look at that last hop is. You got to take a step back, and beautiful glove work to snag this ball in a good strong arm. Look at that last minute. He moved back to see it longer. And it made a good strong throw to first. Could have easily went out into center field.
We'll bring up Julien. It does go 1-4-3. Julien, the man who had the first of Colorado's 8 consecutive hits last night. That run starting in the 8th inning. They're on the board with a home run by Castro. 2-1 Boston. And at third, though, for the Rockies. And Connor Wong up out of the crouch. And has a pitch count problem. And asking for a new one.
Let's get this out here and not have that little miscommunication on that double come back to tie this game up.
Jake McCarthy on deck. Julien at 227. He's homered 2 times. And 2 down, the 0-1. Kansas City beating up Tampa Bay in the 9th inning, 12-3. In for strike. First team to win 50 games this year, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
No surprise.
No shock. Dodgers at 50-29. Best record in baseball. Got the lead on the Twins in the 4th. Wong will fire onto first base to complete the K, and that will retire the side. But Castro with a home run, and it's a 2-1 game. Top third, Red Sox will bring up Rafael Abreu Contreras against Sean Sullivan, the Boston native. With the Sox in front 2-1. Cedon fanned in the first. Snapped a 5-game hitting streak last night. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. Going 2.
Keegan Wild here, right? These swings kind of coming out of his shoes. And sometimes space can do it to you. You see Castro hit a ball 435, and you're like, I wonder how far I can hit it.
Very enticing. At altitude here in Denver, here's the 1-2 pitch. Pop foul, that'll make the stands. I mentioned this last night. They are not drawing that badly for a franchise that has lost 103 years in a row, 119 last year. Into foul ground, Goodman to catcher. Room to make the play, one down. Getting about 29,000 a game here at Coors Field.
Yeah. How many actually come? But it's such a big ballpark.
You do have room to spread out if you want to. Right now, the weather perfect with the Red Sox in town. Abreu ripped a triple, his second of the year, to drive in Eaton in the first inning. On a wicked line drive out to center. So 4-game hitting streak now for Abreu. That was his 80th hit of the year, by the way. You're in game number 77. So he is in the top 10 in the American League in hits. He's at number 9. The lefty's 1-1.
It's amazing. You talk about another level for this kid, and there is. It's sort of like bringing that same short stroke mindset versus righties, and that's when the complete player really comes out. Pretty close to it. He's going to win his 3rd Gold Glove if he stays healthy, right? So about 9 home runs.
Got to believe him in right field and Cedon in center field. The men to beat again for the Gold Glove at their positions. Contreras on deck. 1 man away and a payout pitch. And he takes ball 4. Red Sox have accepted 4 walks already. Deep Threats presented by Aura. Wish you could delete yourself from the internet? Try Aura today. On this date in 01, Manny crushed a homer over the monster, hit the light tower above the Coke bottles. The Red Sox announced it at a probable distance of 501 feet. 1 foot short of Ted Williams' iconic red seat home run. Get this, Manny hit another one in the game. In the same game, 463 feet.
Something else, you know, and the beauty of it too, some parks you actually can see where it lands. All right, that one there obviously hits the lights, and you know, barreled, still going up. I saw him hit a ball in Toronto. 0-2 curveball from Chris Carpenter. In the upper decks in left field, they used to have circles where guys the longest home runs. It landed about 10 rows past the big circle. And they never had circles up there. It was an 0-2 curveball from Carpenter.
It was the end of the circles.
But you could see it actually land is the point, right? When you hit one out of Fenway, you're like, wow, what's the distance? I didn't see it. It's on the pike. In Toronto, you saw it land, and you just sat there like, 0-2 curveball?
What if he hits that here at Coors Field? Runner goes. Pitch is down and in. He's not going to make a throw. Goodman just held on to it. A stolen base for Abreu.
6th of the year.
He's having a nice night. Manny hits that here. It has not come down yet.
Well, it might leave everything. Just get out of here. Just Contreras' face there. It's big scoreboard.
Right. Another walk here. Red Sox being very patient tonight. Back-to-back walks.
5 walks. Get both those guys in and make him pay for that.
Usually that's a death knell for a pitcher in this part.
2 of the first 3 walks have scored right in the first couple of innings. Got a couple more here this inning.
Lone Leishman, the pitching coach, heading out. They do not have any activity yet in their bullpen, but some guys are starting to move around for Colorado. Sean Sullivan, just his 3rd major league start. Massachusetts boy, but he's pitched himself into some trouble here. Walks to Abreu and Contreras, and now Jaron Duran, who tried to bunt his way on with 2 down in the 1st inning. It was a clever idea. The execution wasn't as good as he wanted because he kind of popped it up. He actually hit it too hard.
Yeah.
And into an out, but the idea.
No, it was a good one. It was a good one. Like you said, he just barreled it, and he brings it with him, but he barreled it instead. Allowed Julian to kind of not have to run as far. You know, if he deadened it a little bit more, he would have beat it out and got a run in. Sullivan versus lefties, pretty much fastball sweeper for the most part.
Agnos, the righty, working in their pen now. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. Red Sox trying to capitalize on the ball 4s here from Sullivan. Durbin on deck. You want him up with lots of traffic the way he's swinging it. Sox trying to add to a 2-1 lead, only 1 out. 2-0.
Fastballs missed, but they were away. It's great to look for something inner half here to hit a ball 500 feet, but for the most part, it's probably going to be a heater away. You can stay on. There's a lot of room in left center too.
There's no reason to swing the bat. There's a challenge here.
I mean, here is going to. He's trying to save his young pitcher here, trying to steal a strike. This thing still looked like it was away. Nope, he got it.
Barely.
It is a strike. Colorado retains.
It's a good challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
3-0 to 2-1. But again, you see where the location is, right? It's going to be away.
Abreu and Contreras up the bases. That's a balk. John Tumpain, the second base umpire, rules a balk, and that'll move them both up into scoring position. Abreu to 3rd, Contreras to 2nd.
See that? Looked like he gestured like something. He moved his shoulders. Tumpain looked at him and kind of moved that shoulder a little bit, said you flinched. Right there. So.
Duran will pop that one foul out of play. 2-2.
Need contact here. Going to bring him in the zone. Need contact. Infield is in. Already stranded 1 on 3rd in the 1st inning with 1 out.
Everybody in tight for Colorado. And that's going to be another tap of the helmet on a ball.
Ball being challenged by the catcher.
Pretty similar to the other pitch he got down and away.
Goodman's really good. He's one of the best in the business. That is strike 3. So Duran strikes out looking. 2 down.
To me, that's going up to the plate looking for a pitch you do damage with. But they know too. You're looking for something in your half to drive. Everything was right there on that corner, and there was no given to go after and get it and hit it to the left. And it's not just Duran going up and down the line.
They're going to swing and a miss. Hit a comebacker first time up. He's 0 for 1. Hottest hitter in the lineup, and by a lot. Single and a double last night. And in there for a strike. He's in a hole 0-2. So the Red Sox taking 2 walks. There's been a balk in the inning. There's been a stolen base. No runs in yet in this inning. Now Caleb has to fight from an 0-2 hole. Ground ball yanked to 3rd. Castro will field it and skip it over there in time for out number 3. Frustrating inning. Red Sox ran 2.
Back here in downtown Denver, Red Sox on top 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and you guys talked about it. Sonny Gray pitching well for the Red Sox, coming into a start at Coors Field for surprisingly just the 2nd time in his career back in 2019, as you said, Dave, with Cincinnati. But as Chad Tracy told me, they are not worried about Gray pitching at elevation. He spun it in that first inning with 2 strikeouts on his sweeper, 4 total. Of the 59 strikeouts he's accumulated this season, 31 have come on the sweeper. It's his most effective strikeout pitch, so at least right now he's not reinventing the wheel. Trey said he's pretty experienced enough to know what he wants to do. He's not going to change what he does, but he's really good at adjusting on the fly if he feels like something isn't working. The sweeper's fine, despite the solo shot. He's not gotten off of his usage.
He's run off 6 wins, no losses, to of a 2.57 ERA since the end of April.
Yeah, look at the numbers here through a couple innings. I get pretty much spinning it as far as spin rate goes. RPMs very similar to his season numbers. Similar movement, getting swing and miss on that sweeper.
McCarthy, the leadoff man in the order, he'll take a ball here. He took a walk in the first. Also stole his 12th base of the year. Last night, his first career walk-off hit. Never see a triple in that situation. He was the 6th player with a walk-off triple when trailing by 2 runs in the divisional era. That's going back to 1969. First since Grady Sizemore in 2006. Grady was briefly a Red Sox. Chopped on the infield. Ziegler fired over there for out number 1.
And that triple, his last at bat extended. He's got 11 game hitting streaks. 327 in it.
Moniak next. He fanned in the first inning. Sonny has pitched 3 times in the postseason in his career, in 2013 with the A's, 2017 with the Yankees, and in 23 with Minnesota. Starting to get a lot of questions about waiving the no trade, which he did do to come to the Red Sox in a trade in November from St. Louis.
Well, he's getting older. He's 36 years old. Things continue. He'll go somewhere in a pennant race, I would imagine, in a month or so.
1-0 pitch to Moniak. Fouled off.
Well, it just makes too much sense. You know, getting older. You know, in a month or so, you have Patrick Sandoval rehab. You still got Bayo down there. You're hoping to get Crochet back, so you still have some depth in another 3 or 4 weeks.
1-1 coming. Mentioned Crochet, who hasn't pitched since late April. Red Sox won 23 games that he started last year. He went 18-5. With a 259. The Red Sox won 23 games with him. He was on the hill. Swing and a miss. That disappeared. And that sweeper to get him. And 2 down. He's getting the K's.
Yeah, second time he's got Moniak with that sweeper down and in. Still spinning it up here. This is usually the pitch. Sweeper curveball is usually the pitch. So you just throw a lot of cement mixers. Just sort of spins. There's not as much movement as you're used to, but he's been able to control it still.
It's fan 5. Now Goodman, power hitting catcher, struck him out first time. He's 0 for 1. And he will take a strike.
I like watching him pitch. You know, it's you know, you're 31 and 45, right? 3rd, 4th worst record in baseball. But when you watch Sonny Gray, Ranger Suarez, like, it's fun. It's old school. It's off balance. It's keeping hitters mixing it up.
Adding and subtracting. It's not about throwing 100 miles an hour. Sliding play here for Ziegler, but will not get it out. They should not have uncorked the throw, but Goodman's going to be safe with a base hit with 2 down.
It's going to be either that little slide, pop up and throw. Once you kind of spin and do a little 360, only bad things can happen if you release the baseball. It's a good range. Look what this ball is, right towards that umpire. He gets all the way over there, but if you can't pop up, once you spin, you're better off just holding it. Wilson does a nice job coming and getting it. 2 outs, keep him off second.
He has made some nice rangy plays.
Yeah.
When he's been out there. But Goodman on with a hit. Rumfield to batter 0 for 1, a fly out to left. Last half of the 3rd, 2-1 Boston. Tell you, it was also fun watching Bennett pitch last night here.
He was fantastic.
And it got lost a bit in the shuffle with that zany ending. That incredibly disappointing ending to the game. But Jake went 6 strong innings and shut them out in this building. And he had strikeout stuff. He fanned 9.
He was great. Fastball, sinker, changeup combo. Mixed in another guy that controlled that sweeper.
2-0, bounding ball through the hole. A slide. Sigler doesn't get to it. Rounding second now. Here's the throw into third. That gets by, and it's up against the Red Sox dugout. Everybody's going to be safe at second and third. Red Sox lead it 2-1, but they have not been very clean so far tonight, these first 3 innings.
Yeah, I was surprised Goodman challenged Abreu's arm, and he might have been surprised too. As this throw here in about 3 hops, usually this is a 1 hopper, get it there in the air type throw. Look at this where it lands. Because of that's into the runner.
It's a single and an E9, allowing the runners to move up. Abreu hit with the error. And Rubeli out to chat with Freeman, the hitter. Tyler Freeman, who struck out his first time up, but second and third now with 2 down. And Ben May out to break it up. So a couple of early mistakes on the bases and in the field. And now Sonny Gray has to pitch around it. Freeman, a right-hand hitter. And he has an RBI opportunity here with the Sox in front by a run. This man has reached base in his last 17 games. And the first one from the veteran, showing a bunt, and he fouls it away. That's with 2 out.
Yep. Trying to do everything. And hey, Durbin was probably even with the bag too. I was kind of surprised. You know, a lot of times you catch the third baseman deep with 2 outs, fine with it. You don't exactly have speed at third, but he wasn't all the way back. He's kind of keeping an eye on this.
1 strike on Freeman. A little chopper toward third along the line, but that's in foul ground. The throw on to first, but a foul ball. But that will be strike 2. Rockies with 4 hits to the Red Sox 2.
Durbin tries to get this ball quick before it gets fouled. He catches that ball in foul territory. Chris Conroy, third base ump all over it. Freeman kind of swing mode right now, chasing some pitches, even that first at bat. Get that sweeper off the plate. See if he can lay off it.
Colorado's run a Willie Castro bomb in the second inning, but that was a solo shot. And the 0-2 to Freeman. And this is going to be challenged.
Yeah, bad spot. Obviously the situation, second and third, could be strike 3 and get out of here. Looked a little bit up. We'll see.
It is a ball. Boston has 1 remaining.
One and 2. Castro hit the home run, is up next. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Freeman. Red Sox playing their 77th game tonight. Saturday's game against the Yankees will be number 81. That's going to be the halfway mark of the season. 2-2. That's in there for strike 3. Puts him away. Sonny Gray, despite a couple of hits and an error, still leading 2-1.
Soccer fans, this is for you. On July 1st, you can be one of the first 7,500 fans through the gates. You can score an exclusive Red Sox USA soccer jerseys presented by Coca-Cola. Get your tickets today at redsox.com/tickets.
Monasterio has scored a run after he took a walk in the second, and he'll lead it off here in the fourth. Red Sox ahead 2-1. Foxborough is buzzing in the World Cup today. England, huge crowd, boisterous crowd. Nobody scored though.
They tied, huh?
Chopped to third. The scoop by Castro from the grass throws him out. Ronaldo, though, Portugal today, huge day, scored 2. The stars are really shining.
Give me the top 2 or 3. Portugal, Argentina.
Argentina, England is up there.
France.
France certainly. Spain.
How about Germany?
Germany's good.
They're rolling.
Germany's always good.
They did game 1. I don't know if they did game 2.
United States, really good. Very, very exciting. Connor Wong here took a walk first time up. Team USA winning the group. It's a big deal. On the 0-1 from the lefty. Off speed, swung on and missed.
He's got 5 walks. Only got a couple runs on the board. A couple times now you've left runner at third with 1 out. Unable to get him in. It's different. 2-1, 4-1. Little things.
Red Sox have taken 5 walks tonight. Both of their runs were the result of ball 4. But in this place, when a pitcher is scuffling like that, you figure you're going to get 6 or 7 runs. 1-2. He popped up off first base. Runfield charging over near his dugout, but runs out of real estate.
Good place for Connor to get the first home run of the year. What do you say, going back to September of 2024? Didn't have one last year.
Thought he had one when we were in Cleveland.
Swinging in the road, hitting 300. Good spot for it.
Siegler on deck. Shot out to left center field, racing for that McCarthy into the gap. Good outfielder, able to get to that one for the first out. Another hot shot, but caught. 2 down.
They got on top of this one, hit this ball hard, left center. Just needed it more into that gap. I'd like to see them make these outfielders work a little bit more than we've seen so far in this series. A lot of ground balls.
Siegler hit one right on the button and lined to the left fielder Moniak his first time up. Nobody on base into the 4th inning. And a 1-strike pitch. Swing and a shot right through into right field for a base hit. Runfield was playing off the bag way over toward that hole. And a chance at it, couldn't get there, and it's a single for Siegler.
A couple good at-bats from the right side. It's a little slow breaking ball. Just look how he waits for it. Just a little pause. He just hits the ball over there, takes what he gives him. Now 2 outs. Give Eaton a shot.
Nate Eaton playing left field tonight. Off to a good start with a walk, a stolen base, and a single. Yankees have won their game. They beat the Tigers 4-3. They started play with a 2-game lead over Tampa Bay, and that'll go to 3 now because the Rays took one on the chin 12-5 against Kansas City. So it's a 3-game lead for the Yankees. AL Central, the surprising White Sox still in first place. They're tied with Cleveland. And Seattle and the A's and Texas are battling it out. Swinging a shot down the line, and that is going to drop and skip up against the wall, heading into third base. Siegler, he'll stop there, and it'll be a double for Nate Eaton. His second hit tonight. So 2nd and 3rd, 2 down.
A little 2-out magic, just like we saw from Colorado. They were 2 outs in the 3rd. This time, a little hanging spinner. Looks like maybe a little cutter down and in. Moniak plays it well off the wall, right? Don't try to do too much, turn it into a run, leave it up to Cedon.
He was 0 for 2 K and a pop-up. Fly to right field, backing up Freeman. Underneath, though, to make the play, and he's got it. Red Sox with a threat, but they're going to strand 2 here in the 4th inning. When it comes to gambling, easy can be a problem. Learn more at maproblemgamblinghelpline.org. Lou Merlone, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster alongside. Red Sox with a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. Sun just setting here in the beautiful city of Denver. Willie Castro is homered. He blasted one 435 down the right field line in the 2nd inning. He'll lead it off against Sonny Gray. Red Sox have left 6 men on base tonight.
2 for 8. A lot of traffic. We have 4 or 5 runs on the board by now.
1 strike pitch to Castro. Line drive caught by Siegler. 1 down. In front of Troy Johnston. National League, Atlanta by 6.5 on the Phillies in the NL East. Milwaukee up 5 on St. Louis. In the NL Central, it's all Dodgers. A 9-game lead on San Diego in the National League West. This Colorado team in the basement at 31-48. Line the other way and dropping down for a base hit in front of Eaton. Johnston 2 for 2.
He got that gift double his first at bat. We're talking about gifts your first at bat. Oh, as a hitter, that's so good. He's like, I haven't even put an A swing on a ball yet today. Right? I got a little cheap hit my first time up. I'm about to get a multi-hit game here. He puts a nice swing on this one. Go the other way.
Because as you know, having played this game at the highest level, it all evens out.
That's what they say. I'm not so sure it does.
I don't believe it does.
In a lot of years.
Yeah.
Sure it does.
It's a very cruel game. Tovar 0 for 1. He is tapped out to 2nd. And a base runner. Red Sox up by 1. Did you ever have a game at any level where you walked out at the end of it and said, I got 4 really cheap hits and I'm the happiest guy in America?
God, yeah. If you hadn't, I mean, I don't remember having like too many games where I had 4. You know, usually it's like a couple of broken bat singles and a couple good ace swings. You know, you had a couple good balls. If you get, say, 3 hits in the game, 4 hits, whatever it is, it's usually like Johnson at last at bat, stroke to left, and then that gift double, maybe a swinging bunt, or maybe another line drive in the gap.
Oh, 2 pitch. Sonny has been racking up the Ks. He has half a dozen. Foul back to the screen. Colorado 5 hits, Red Sox 4.
This was his only other start here in Colorado. He went 7 and struck out 9. Gave up 1 run.
And we saw that the first surprise on that was, as much as he's pitched in the big leagues, only 1 time here.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. He went fishing after that pitch. That sweeper has been really good. Strikes out Tovar, and that's 7 Ks for Sonny.
Yeah, he's getting all these swing and misses here on this sweeper. Cutter as well. He's got a lot of them, racking up a lot of them. See this pitch. Tovar's the guy that swings it. 62% swing rate. It's the highest swing rate in baseball, so just keep it away out of that strike zone. You can get him.
Proved that on that one. Just dive back safely, Johnston. In the 5th inning, Red Sox will have due up Abreu, Contreras, and Duran. Against the Boston native, Sean Sullivan. Right through there for a strike. Game number 77. Through 76 games last year, the Red Sox were 39-37, and we're 4.5 games off of first place. Today 31-45 and 14.5 back, technically 15 because the Yankees have won.
It's also the time of year too last year where they got rolling, if you remember. I think these guys came into town right before the break, rolled through them in a 3-game series, swept the Jays. I think it was 10 straight, kind of really turned that year around.
0-2 filed away. 10 straight, and won a number of those very dramatically. Cedar Rafaela with the walk-off for that 8th in a row at Fenway.
Yep.
That's how the Red Sox ran into the All-Star break with those 10 in a row. Huge reason the Red Sox went to postseason play.
500 club other than that for the most part.
0-2. He tried to hold up. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets another K. That one retires the side. He has 8 in the book.
Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox leading the Colorado Rockies 2-1 here in the 5th inning, and beautiful sunset getting ready to go down at Coors Field. But we're talking about the pregame conversation, guys, that I had with Wilyer Abreu, who has absolutely been doing the job against left-handed pitching. 383 coming into today. And I talked to him about that. He said it's cool to see the results show up from the hard work that he put in facing lefties and being better than that regard. He said it's just him not trying to do too much when he goes up there, and he's absolutely crushed them. Big first inning triple, got the Sox on the board, and also cool for him to do it at Coors Field. Mentioned the fandom that he had for Rockies superstar Carlos Gonzalez, who was a Venezuelan as well, from his city in Maracaibo, Venezuela. And he grew up watching him do it here for over a decade at a very high level. So it's special to be here in Denver.
Yeah, he was a terrific player, all-around player. Makes sense that someone like Wilyer would idolize him. He's had a really good night already with a triple for an RBI, a walk and a stolen base. Continues to punish lefties. Swinging a high fly ball into right center field, carrying back McCarthy. He's looking up, and that ball's gone. Home run into the bullpen. And a really nice night gets a lot nicer for Wilyer. His 10th home run of the season. Solo shot. Red Sox lead at 3-1.
Just crushing lefties. Like this ball here, we're talking about, let's watch these outfielders run a little bit. A lot of ground ball, singles in the hole. Get the ball in the air, drive it in the middle of the field, and that's exactly what he does. Right center, doesn't try to hook it down the line. Not a wild swing. He's just a strong guy, and hits number 10 of the year.
Contreras, the hitter, will rip that one foul. The Red Sox home run presented by New England area Audi dealers.
That's just that fastball, sinker, inner half. It's short. It's not out of control. He's not off balance when he swings like we see a lot of times against righties.
I mean, it's incredible what he's been doing against lefties. We are deep into the month of June, and he started tonight hitting .383 against them.
He'll be .400 now.
Triple and a home run tonight against this southpaw.
Let's do it.
Here's this one going out.
Well, the only question was, there's a barrel, right? Because you see the outfielders going out there. They put that little extension out there in right center field. Bullpen knew it.
Number 10 for Abreu. His second RBI tonight.
Thank God they let him hit lefties, huh?
Yes.
This year?
Yeah. Wilson tonight has popped up and taken ball 4.
Well, the other guy, too, is Meyer. You know, remember last night he got that double. Now 7 for 16, small sample size, 438, but I thought maybe you'd get one of these two lefties.
3-2 popped up. Julian, the second baseman, will make that catch for the first out of the inning.
You know, pregame, I think somebody asked Tracy about it, and he went right to, he took a foul ball off his foot. He said his foot's pretty sore, meaning Myers. And, you know, I don't know if that's his way. I was going to play him against the lefty, but his foot's sore today. I don't know, but
kind of felt that way.
The way he talked about it, he didn't just say, well, it's a lefty, we'll give him a break. He brought up that sore foot right away. He was limping in that clubhouse afterwards. Just a lot of little things, right? Keeping him out of games here in the last 10 days.
Yeah, back.
Illness.
Didn't feel well.
Foot sore.
3-1 Sox. Duran has bunted into an out. He's also struck out looking. Having a tough time of it right now. He's in the hole. 0-2. 1 for his last 23.
Been a tough June. for him after a good power month of May where he hit 250, 57.
And he's going to strike out again. It's been a major problem for him all season long. Strikes out for the second time tonight. So 2 gone in front of Durbin, who has grounded out each time tonight, 0 for 2. And before the blast by Abreu, the first 2 Red Sox runs were after someone had taken a walk. Good to see somebody driving it, getting a result out of it. Red Sox have hit some line drives tonight that were caught.
Talk about distance. That Abreu home run, 443.
Line foul off into the netting to the left side.
Well, he's a strong man. It was 103 off the bat, right? We've seen higher velos off the bat exit velocities. If you barrel a ball in the air, he's a strong man. 443. Long way.
You do it here, you're getting another 20 feet. Maybe more than that. He did hit it though. Challenge here.
Call strikes is being challenged by the batter.
It's like hesitant. He wasn't sure if he wanted to. Maybe an emotional challenge. You've already lost 1. There you go.
Here's the strike. Boston is on the challenges.
And you're winning. Sure, I'm digging that one. We talked about it before. Up 3-1. When you're winning, things change a little bit. Unless it's egregious. That was not egregious. You want to keep that for your bullpen guys.
1-2. A little pop up to first. Winfield make the catch. Side retired, but Abreu strikes. William with number 10, and the Red Sox up by a score of 3-1. Now sunset over the Rockies. Red Sox have a 3-1 lead after a bomb by William Abreu. His longest home run of the season, 443. Sonny Gray, meanwhile, has struck out 8 against the top of the order. And a bunt attempt by McCarthy. Out of the glove, nicely done by Gray, who's always been a good defender. Very smoothly done to get the out at first, and 1 gone.
Yeah, nicely done. No panic. Been down, glove it. Little glove flip to first base. This guy gets off that mound. Righty falling off first base side, but he's trying to push this thing to the second baseman, make the first baseman field, and beat Sonny rather. Sonny's able to get it. Sonny, this combination of he and Wong have been going at it now for some time, and Tracy's been paying attention to it. The numbers are there. The swing and miss is there, as we've seen here again tonight. I believe now it's a 7th start with Connor Wong, and you see the whiff and the K percentage in particular. Racking up the Ks here lately, looking more like the guy that struck out 200 the last 2 years.
Moniak is fanned both times up against Sonny tonight. In the first and in the third. His season high is 9 strikeouts. He's at 8 right now. He had 9 against Kansas City on May 18. Won that game 3-1. And that is the score here tonight in Denver. Lined into right field, coming on. Abreu makes the play. 2 down. And a hand from the starter.
It's a great jump. Both these guys, he and Rafaela, absolutely fantastic jump. Remember the interview I had with Abreu, said, what's the best part of your game? I probably would have said arm and accuracy. And he was just talking about getting jumps and anticipation.
Found that very interesting,
Yeah, showed it off there.
And how he knows exactly how many steps there are to the warning track behind him at Fenway. So good in a very, very tough ballpark. And right field position at Fenway. Toughest it gets in baseball for an outfielder. And a Goodman here, a single and a K. Gray looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He has not had one despite the strikeouts tonight. Goodman, the most dangerous hitter in their lineup, 21 home runs. To the All-Star game last year, he's headed back this year with those kind of numbers. One and 2. Buddy aboard, 2 down, 3-1 Boston. You got Schwarber sitting on top of everybody with 29. Recently a 3-in-1 game. That surprised me a little bit for Schwarber. It was the first time in his career he had hit 3-in-1 game. I realize it's a big deal, but I thought he had done it before.
Yeah, you think he gets on a roll.
29. 2-2. And struck him out. He'll sit him down for the second time. That was 8 pitches in that inning for Gray.
It's a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game after post game on Sox in 2. It's only on NESN, streaming on 360. It's presented by Bigelow Tea.
A very pretty part of the country. It is 3-1. Red Sox have the lead. This is Zach Agnos, the right-hander, out of their bullpen. On stereo, swinging at the first pitch, and skies one to center. McCarthy under, though. 1 down. Sean Sullivan, the Boston kid, went 5. Did not pitch badly at all. 3 runs on 5 hits. Right now, he would take the loss.
It was a little bit wild. See Agnos, 20th appearance at ERA. Another guy, 7.29, fastball 95. 6 pitches out of the bullpen. Cutter, sweeper, slider, sinker, split. Too many.
Gone along with a walk and a liner to center. Red Sox did take 5 walks against Sullivan. Turned 2 of those into runs, and then Abreu crushed a home run for the other.
Yeah, 5 innings, 3 runs. Kind of felt like could have been 5 or 6.
Big time.
Couldn't get a big hit.
Line drive caught, backhander by Castro, and 2 down. Connor Wong 0 for 2. Sullivan's pitching line.
5 hits, 5 walks, right? And just a couple of them scored. But those 3 other walks. Left some guys on base, only 2 for 8 scoring position. But still up 3-1.
Settled in a bit his last 3 innings, didn't walk anybody. Second round draft pick. Ziegler, ground ball, base hit up the middle. His second knock tonight. The Red Sox swinging the bat right away against Agnos. Top of the order, Eaton next.
Ziegler brings some energy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know, last year just limited time action up in Milwaukee. This year just coming up. Had that 1 start against Schlittler, looked really good in Yankee Stadium. Wasn't intimidated. Just the energy.
And some on the defensive side too.
Yeah, I like guys play with it.
Eaton with a walk, a single, and a double tonight out of the leadoff spot. So Chad Tracy experimenting with the top of the order. Recently a lot of Mickey Gasper, who's not playing tonight, but Nate gets the start, and it's included a stolen base this evening. And in for strike. Runner at first, 2 down. Red Sox ahead 3-1. Houston beat Toronto 9-7. So Toronto, Chad been playing a little bit better. Drops 1 game under 500. It's a team you're expecting to kind of rip off 16 out of 19 at some point. Has not happened. That's going to be boxed around by Goodman. Goes all the way to the backstop, and that will advance the runner. Ziegler down to second on a wild pitch.
It's a breaking ball. Really no chance. You got to try to glove that if you're Goodman. Can't get it. The other guy in scoring position.
Red Sox trying to grab another run. Line drive. That one sucked into left field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Easily scoring Ziegler. Nate Eaton with a big night too as he slides in with a second double and his 3rd hit, and the Sox lead at 4-1.
I mentioned Nate Eaton last year. Really good for you. Hit over 300 versus righties, and he's going to take this breaking ball, hit his 2nd double of the game. There in September, he played 22 games in September for you. Really meaningful baseball games, and he hit 370. He can play. Good athlete, steal a bag. Probably should have been up here a long time ago.
3 for 3 with a walk and a run. He has a stolen base and he's driven in a run tonight. 2 down for Cedon, who's gone 0 for 3, trying to join the party. And a deep short throw for a base hit. Eaton coming around. He is in to score. 5-1 Boston. Cedon with his 33rd RBI of the season. Red Sox get some wiggle room in Denver.
That's what you're looking for. Right, little 2-out rally. Started with Seager to knock. And of course, Eaton with the RBI double. And then Cedon just stays on this ball, shoots it in that hole. Tovar unable to get to it. You get another run across. Now you start to spread it out a little bit.
Red Sox have 3 consecutive hits with 2 down against Agnos, and that brings up Willier again, trying to add to what's already been an excellent night with a triple and a home run. 2 RBIs, a stolen base. He's also taken ball 4. Red Sox head 5-1.
Now facing that righty, right? Got to keep that same mentality, short to the baseball.
Rafaela off the bag at first, and a cut and a miss by Willier Abreu. Red Sox now at 8 hits. Getting another fine outing out of Sonny Gray. That is commonplace this year. 1-1. Fights that one off. Foul time now for a strong play of the game. Presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Oh, this made it 3-1 right here. Little sinker down and in off that lefty. And Abreu hits this ball right center. This went 443. Number 10 in the year. RBI 37. Actually 38. That's 2. Second disengagement.
Contreras to hit next. He's also looking for his first hit. Rafaela just got his. Cedon taken off. Here's the throw down by Goodman. The slide in. He's safe. See the Red Sox doing some running tonight too.
Yeah, you know, 5-1 you can do it too. Cedon with his 9th of the year. That's been thrown out 6 times. But this one here after 2 disengagements, he felt pretty good with that little shuffle. Had gained momentum and gets this back.
Sox with 3 stolen bases this evening. They'll poke that one foul. That base hit could bring in a 6th run in the game. Get as many as you can here as quickly as you can in this ballpark.
I saw last night. It's only 2-0 game, but still.
Line drive caught by Julian to retire the side, but the Red Sox add on, now on top 5-1. Well, Nate Eaton has been lighting it up tonight at the top of the order. 3 for 3 with a walk, 2 doubles for him. And the Red Sox supporting Sonny Gray. He's taking care of the rest.
Check out Gray's Arsenal presented by New England Area Audi dealers. Look at the sweeper he's leading with, and I love when he does because you get a ton of swing and miss. Doesn't matter if you're in Colorado or not. Look at this sinker 4-seam cutter with it as well, getting swing and miss on the cutter.
It's fan 9 that ties a season high for Sonny.
That's 9 swing and misses right there on this sweeper today. 11 in the game. Over 30%.
Some would smirk and say, oh yeah, their lineup, they lost 119 games last year. It's not a bad lineup at all.
These guys have been swinging it, especially in Colorado.
Kind of in the middle of the pack offensively in the National League. 0-2, he'll just get a piece of it. The Red Sox lost, devastating loss last night in terms of how it unfolded in the 8th and 9th innings. But they got an excellent start out of Bennett. Getting another one tonight on a Sonny Gray. And the 0-2. There's number 10. Struck him out. He gets Rumfield. 10 Ks in the book for Sonny Gray here in Denver tonight.
The sweeper. This is just impressive. Don't ask anybody out here and say, sweeper doesn't sweep in Colorado. Well, I'll tell you what, it is tonight.
So a new season high for Gray. And we'll bring up Tyler Freeman, who has fanned both times against him. So he swings at the first pitch. He wasn't not going to get into an 0-2 hole. Siegler called off by Abreu, comes almost all the way to the infield to make that catch. It's the second time that's happened tonight with the Red Sox.
Really in a similar spot. I mean, your infielder has total control of this baseball. Let him catch it. I know the ball's caught here, but I mean, look what this ball is. And again, 15 feet, he's underneath it, total control. And now we're dead sprinting. His head's moving a little bit. You know, he's great at that catch. I get it, but let your second baseman play a little bit. We need some infield buff, right? I'm trying to work on my fielding percentage, too.
Sure. And he was calling for it. 2 down. Castro with a home run and a liner to second, 1 for 2. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning in Colorado. Red Sox up by 4 runs as they look to even up the series. Did take 2 in Seattle before coming here. We all know the Red Sox have been a far better road team. 19-20 right now away from Fenway. Goes to 3-0 on Castro. He's only walked 1 man tonight, and that was the first batter he faced in the game, McCarthy. None since then. Drops it in, 3-1. Troy Johnston will be the next hitter up. He's been a little trouble for Sonny. He has 2 hits tonight. And he's going to bat with a runner on, as that is ball 4. CVS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. Learn more at CVS.com. Johnston a double in the second, base hit in the 4th inning. 2 for 2. Foul ball for strike 1. Since the end of April, Sonny Gray is 6-0 with a 2.57 earned run average. He's only allowed a solo home run tonight to the Rockies. Ground ball right at the feet of Siegler at second base, and on to first in plenty of time to retire the side. Sox batting with a 5-1 lead in the 7th inning, and Wilson Contreras will lead it off. Red Sox had some very good cuts against this reliever Agnos last inning. And Contreras trying to join the hit parade, which is up to 8 at the moment. He has popped up 2 times and taken ball 4. Hot shot. Castro gathers, throws across. 1 down. Wilson denied as he yanked that one beyond the bag, but for out number 1.
Nice play by Castro, taking a double from him. Well, off the end a little bit, but still range and gathered himself. Good strong throw across. He really offensively, Contreras, Duran, right? This 4-5 spot right now. Get these 2 going.
Jaron tonight 0 for 3, including a couple of punch outs. So back down to the Mendoza line right at 200. And off the plate, 1-1. Durbin on deck.
month of June. He can't wait for July 1st. Hit 141 this month. 78 at-bats, got 29 strikeouts. A lot of that. A lot of swing and miss.
As you said, not like he hit for average in May, but man, did he wail away on the home runs. Try to hold up. He's going to go, and that is strike 3. Fans for the 3rd time tonight. And 2 down. Now a word from Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Durbin tonight 0 for 3. Hasn't had many of those lately. 5 runs, 8 hits for the Sox. A run on 5 hits for Colorado. And he'll go up the middle for a base hit. Figure he would not be hitless tonight. Swinging it so well. He's on with 2 down.
Not waiting around. Hard up the middle.
Runs his hitting streak to 6 in a row. And in front of Monasterio, he's taking a walk and scored a run. He's 0 for 2. Andrew getting to start at shortstop tonight. So 1 on and 2 out into the 7th inning. Red Sox have been a far better offensive team on the road. They're doing it again tonight. That didn't really show up last night, but it has this evening. Win tonight, their 500 team in road games. Two. Homestand coming up is 7 games, beginning against the Yankees on Thursday, 4 games against New York, and then we see the Washington Nationals for 3. And the Red Sox are going to hit the road for their longest trip of the year, going to Anaheim, Chicago, and New York to play the Mets.
On the West Coast.
When that trip's over, we're going to be at the All-Star break. Here's the 2-2. As mentioned, the midway point of the season technically is Saturday. That'll be game number 81.
We'll return home, and we know what the Yankees are. You know what leads the all of baseball in runs scored? The Washington Nationals. More than the Dodgers, more than the Yankees.
Going to the right side. High hop for Julian, though. And that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. 80 pitches going into inning number 7. And he has a 5 lead. He's been terrific tonight. 10 strikeouts. That is a season high for the righty. His last start, he threw 89 against Toronto. 88 to start before that. 79 to start before that. So you might bet the last inning for him. It's Tovar, Julian, and McCarthy. That's 8, 9, and 1.
Season high is 93. We had that short little stint on the IL, and since that, it's been 92. We'd love to get through this inning here and go 7 strong.
0-1. He's got so much of that tonight. And on that pitch, which has been outstanding, that sweeper.
Unbelievable. 18 swings, 11 whiffs on 1 pitch. We got 13 in the game. The other 2 on the cutter.
Looking for another strikeout here. Instead of fly ball into left center field. Eaton on the move, running back, and he's there for the catch, and 1 down. Statcast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
Well, you got 10 of them. Look at the sweeper. Another one, another one, another one. Oh, you're going to mix in a little sinker. Another one, sinker, another one. I mean, it's just unbelievable strikeouts. 8, that tied a career high on that sweeper, and a couple of well-located sinkers to go with it.
Julian is 0 for 2. He's fanned both times. Sonny tried to get him for a 3rd. These guys who have fanned more than once tonight, they get up there thinking, I'm not going to be in an 0-2 hole and try to chase that sweeper again. swinging at the first pitch. Here's the 0-1.
It's 8 Ks on the sweeper. It would have been a season high for any pitcher right this year on that pitch. Unfortunately, Luzardo struck out 10 today on that sweeper. So, big sweeper day across Major League Baseball, apparently.
Who knew? June 23, sweeper day in the big leagues. And the 1-1 coming. Off the plate. McCarthy on deck. Red Sox struck first tonight. In fact, they scored the first 2 runs, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, a run in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th inning. Abreu with a home run. Boyer with a triple as well. Nate Eaton, the leadoff man, is 3 for 3 with a walk. So count 3-1 on Edward Julian. And that's going to be ball 4. Sonny walks his 3rd man. It'll be the top of the order, McCarthy. And Slayton is up in the pen now.
Well, he ran out of challenges too. That pitch looked like you had one left. Might have got that outside corner.
Sonny at 88 pitches. McCarthy with a walk, a ground at a second. He's also bunted for an out. High chop, base hit into right field. Julian rounds second. He's going to get into 3rd on a single. And put runners at 1st and 3rd with 1 down.
McCarthy with that hit. Now 12-game hitting streak. Jake McCarthy just beats this into the ground. Contreras holding the runner, unable to get up there and get it. He finds himself in a little bit of a jam. Hasn't had too many of them. 1 in the 3rd. Struck out Freeman to end that inning.
Moniak is fanned 2 times, also lined to right. He is 0 for 3, 1st and 3rd. Sonny's done a lot of good things tonight. He has not had a double play ball. 0-1.
Moniak's been in swing mode all game. First pitch way out of the zone. It's a power threat.
Gray looking for a ground ball at somebody. Or a strikeout. The count 0-2.
There's no need to throw him a strike. You see those 2 pitches right there. 0-2. Keep this thing away from the zone. See if you can keep having them chase it outside of it. I mean, after a fastball up over his head, this breaking ball way down in the dirt. You got him a couple times that sweeper down and in. First 2 times up.
He is eyeing his 11th strikeout in the game. 0-2. Cut on and missed. Puts him away for the 3rd time tonight. 11 for Sonny Gray. And 2 down.
Smart. Just veteran, right? Now you got to execute. Just show in the zone. Don't give him a strike. Isn't showing he can lay off anything outside the zone.
So 1 more out to get. We'll give him 7 full innings. Perfect way to punctuate this night would be another strikeout.
Just 1 and out. Any way you can get it. In this ballpark.
Goodman is fanned 2 times. He does have an infield hit. 2 down, 1st and 3rd. And a ground ball to short. Monasterio into 2nd. And held onto the bag by Siegler. And that is out number 3. And a tremendous outing by Sonny tonight. 5-1 Boston.
Plus, try it free for a year.
Well, such a professional effort by Sonny Gray. 7 innings, a season high 11 strikeouts. He really dominated for long stretches.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He had 65 strikes, 93 pitches.
And that one's going to be socked into right field for a base hit off the end of the bat by Connor Wong. But his first hit tonight. That's how the 8th inning gets underway with the Red Sox in front 5-1.
Yeah, that's back-to-back great outings from your starting pitcher. I thought Jake Bennett was fantastic. He gave you 6 scoreless last night. He punched out 9. Didn't walk anybody. Sonny with 11 here today. Sweeper was out of control. 13 swing and misses. I mean, 21 swings. It's just they couldn't touch it.
No, devastating.
He deserves some hugs.
So with a win, he will go to 9-1 on the season. Even in his last start where he went 7 against Toronto, he pitched well enough to win that one. I think you got to look at Sonny Gray as an all-star.
He's getting there.
Ziegler here 2 for 3 with a pair of singles.
The ERA under 3 now at 2.95. I need more runs, Obi. This is a weird ballpark.
I hear you.
Last night 2 wasn't enough. So it happened the 9th.
Everybody still has the jitters even now after last night. No one pop foul out of play. I mean, you are where you are in your season. I realize that. Last place and everything else, very few wins, but to lose a game like that just knocks the stuffing out of you because you figure with Chapman on the mound, the game's over.
We haven't lost like that this year. We've lost a lot of games. Not like that one.
Ziegler looking for his 3rd hit. Runner goes. Pitch up high. Throw down. And the tag applied and in time to get Connor Wong. The Sox have done a lot of running with 3 stolen bases and now a caught stealing in the 8th.
Nice throw by Goodman right in the bag. You know, throws up, throws high, maybe gets that foot in there. Connor's got a couple stolen bases on the year. Just catch the tag. Right in the money.
(3-1) coming. Pop foul on a play by Ziegler. Nate Eaton on deck. He's had a huge night. 3 for 3 with a walk, scoring 2 times. Red Sox do have 10 hits. 1 home run. Abreu hit that. He did hit it in the 5th inning. It went 443 feet. They were anticipating some rain showers possibly tonight. Some dark clouds are gathering up beyond center field at the moment. That's going to be ball 4, and they're going to challenge it.
Ball being challenged by the catcher.
Catcher Goodman, who's excellent at this.
Ball.
It is a ball.
It is a ball, and it'll put Ziegler on for the 3rd time. Yes, he'll take ball 4. Red Sox have been walking a lot tonight. 6 times.
Listen, Goodman. 41 overturned. 64 attempts. A lot of pitches he's got his staff.
Out 80. He started the night with a walk in the 1st inning, then stole 2nd. He would score a run. Driven in on the Abreu triple. Base hit the next time. Double each of the last 2 times up. And a 1-strike pitch. Fouled away.
It's nice when you roll into a game, you know, 1 for 8. Hit that 1 home run. You kind of look up there, now you're 4 for 11. I feel really good about that. You love looking up at the scoreboard.
OPS over 1,300.
Yeah, all of a sudden now you hit 364. You're styling. Get 1 more.
Fly ball into left field, and Moniak will make the grab. And 2 down for Cedon. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and they're advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. Justin Slayton still up in the pen, so he'll be the next man on the bump for the Sox tonight. Cedon Rafaela with a base hit tonight to drive in a run. He's 1 for 4. (5-1) Boston in the 8th. Lined into right field, well hit, but Freeman will grab that to retire the side. Red Sox go to the bullpen after an outstanding performance by Sonny Gray. It's the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. Right-hander Slayton coming up.
Well, last time we saw Slade, it was a big moment. Remember up in Seattle, Ranger Suarez had a scoreless game going on. He came in and punched out Crawford with the bases loaded.
Red Sox on top 5-1, bottom of the 8th. And 4-5-6 up here for Colorado. And a little looper into left field along the line. Eaton will have to play it on a bounce, and it's down for a base hit. Second knock tonight by Rumfield.
Slayton's had 18 appearances, and in 15 of them, he hasn't given up an earned run. But the other 3, it was 4-4-2. It was just kind of come in bunches. I mean, he'll take those 15 scoreless, right? But the 3 kind of blow-ups, but a little lead-off blooper here.
Freeman climbs in 0-for-3. Sonny Gray struck him out 2 times. Sonny racking up 11 strikeouts in 7 innings. Well, it was the bottom of the 8th inning where it all went haywire last night, or started to. That's when that run of hits began. But here's a little tapper. Sigler flips to Monasterio on to first for the double play. Red Sox determined that's not going to happen again. 4-6-3.
And that's a big one, right? Because of the way things have gone for Slayton, get another little bloop hit, first and second, nobody out, right? But instead, you just quickly erase that blooper with a little ground ball. He kind of lets it go at the end. A nice job there. Seager quick to Monasterio, turn it. Good strong throw from Andrew.
So 2 down for Castro as a home run tonight. Counting for the only Colorado run. Way back in the 2nd inning. One nothing. Didn't want to, didn't mean to, but he swung the bat. And it's 1-1. Day baseball tomorrow at 3:10. Last game of the series, Ranger Suarez against Kyle Friedland, a couple of lefties, before the Red Sox come home for the next 7. And a high pop up into right center field. And a play for Cedar Rafaela. That's a 7-pitch inning for Justin Slayton. It shouldn't involve freight charges or long lines. Visit WBMason.com for fast.
Top 9, 5-1 Red Sox, and as we check down on the farm, Roman Gonzalez got back in there on a rehab assignment with the Blue Sox tonight, guys. And he went 1-for-4 with the strikeout as a designated hitter. He'll continue to get more playing time. Again, it is in play that he could possibly join the squad when it comes time to host the Yankees at Fenway Park. And Patrick Sandoval on the mound, 53 pitches for him, 34 of them were strikes. He went 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, just 1 earned run in his rehab start as he works his way back as well.
Jemai, thank you. Abreu got jammed big time there, rolls out to first. He's had a good night with a triple, a home run, driven in 2, and a stolen base. 1 down in the 9th. Red Sox ahead 5-1.
Oh, slow playing Sandoval, 53 pitches. I know he's been out a while without throwing, but going like an inning and a third, 2 1/3, 3 53. Maybe what's he get up to 65 next time? Maybe.
Contreras could not contain himself, swinging with strike 1.
It's a good sign for Romy, though. At some point in that homestand, you'd think, maybe not New York, maybe Washington, but we'll see. I just want to rush back so quickly, then get up here and just don't feel right at the plate. You got to take your time a little.
He's pushing for Saturday. Pretty aggressive.
For a guy that didn't have spring training at all.
Wants badly to play. He's going to play a lot of second base, I think.
Yep.
And he does get up. 0-2. Ground ball up the middle and through a base hit. It's the 11th hit tonight for the Red Sox. First for Wilson Contreras, who started to come alive a little bit last night after a slump. 1 for 4 tonight.
Well, he's making contact, right? There was that string of a lot of strikeouts in a 4 or 5 game span. Last night making better contact, same here tonight. Just losing the barrel on a few of them, but
Jaron Durant trying to make contact. He struck out his last 3 times up. Now batting under 200. He lines that one, but caught by Castro. The throw back to first, not in time for a double play. As Wilson got back in, 2 down. And an 0 for 5 night for Durant. That'll bring up Durbin. Does have a knock tonight, a single last time. He is 1 for 4. Top half of the ninth. Red Sox with a man on and 2 down.
way outside. A lot of challenges, though.
Juan Mejia delivers outside. It's a hard throw, but 98. Red Sox with activity in the pen. Whitlock and Coulomb.
We might get Whitlock back out there after last night.
Fouled away. Yeah, get him back on the horse.
Well, a lot of times these relievers, you know, you have a tough night. You want to sit on it. You don't want to go home at night, come to the ballpark. Just get me out there. Let me get 3 outs, get back in the roll again. It was one of those nights.
1-2. Fouled off. Durbin running his hitting streak to 6 in a row with a base hit in 7th. Red Sox have out hit Colorado 11-7. Inside with a home run. Mejia again. Ground ball to third. Castro goes to second for the force play. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Red Sox up by 4 runs in Denver. We take a look at the All-State Good Hands replay.
Oh, what an outing from Sonny Gray. Really master class. The sweeper, he just had him fooled all night long with it, locating it down and away, getting swing and miss off the plate. And to the point when we start worrying about it so much, we do a little backdoor sinker. Finish you off, finish Goodman off there. Just a beautiful outing from Sonny Gray here. Again in Coors Field, this second time he's done it.
This time 11 punch outs. As we anticipated, Garrett Whitlock back on the horse here. After a fascinating night last night, it was a scoreless 8th inning he pitched here in Colorado. Ground ball to the right side. Contreras will feed the pitcher for the out. He threw 11 pitches in the 8th inning. He gave up 4 hits and 0 runs.
Yeah, and even the leadoff hitter hit an absolute rocket right to Contreras for an out. He's still, this is his 5th appearance. It's coming off the IL. Still hasn't given up a run. But we know last night was a crazy one. They gave up a couple outs on the base paths. But he put up a 0. Good to get him back out there. Just try to put that one behind you.
Smart move there. 1 down. Tovar the batter, 0 for 3. All of that was against Sonny. Sonny Gray with a sub-3 ERA can be 9-1 at the end of the night. And for a team that has only at this point won 31 games, that is something else. And the count 0-2.
Again, you look at some of the outings you've gotten Bennett, right? 6 innings, no runs, 9 strikeouts. Holy, 6 innings, 3 runs. Quality start. Early 6 innings, 1. Ranger 6 2/3, 0. Last time through the lineup. Going on for a while now. The last outing you had was that early start against Texas where he gave up 6. That Sunday night game just didn't have it, but starting pitching, getting it done.
Swinging a drive out to left field, driving back, Eaton all the way to the warning track, and the wall leaps up, and it's gone. So Tovar connects his 6th home run of the year. That'll make it 5-2 Boston. Ezekiel Tovar pulling one into the seats here at Coors Field.
I said he's a free swinger. Really kind of just too many strikes to him. Even the first pitch, I thought it was the first pitch slider down the way you get him to swing. This is that changeup. You see where it ends up. This kid swings the bat more than anybody in baseball. No reason to put it in the zone. He pays for it here.
So a 3-run game with one down. Julian, the 9-hitter. He's gone 0 for 2 of the walk. He has fanned 2 times. McCarthy on deck. McCarthy's the guy that tripled with the bases loaded last night, won the game for them. Top foul, 0-2. And the right-hander's 2-strike pitch. Will miss. Just in case Chapman starts to loosen up in the Sox pen. 1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. He struck him out. 2 down.
That's a good change up there. Chapman can just kind of throw easy here with 2 outs. Should be able to trust Whitlock here with this lead. Change up the movement.
And McCarthy, with a base hit last time, has also walked and stolen a base. He bats with the bases empty here in the bottom of the 9th and 2 down. And Whitlock trying to end it on him. 5 runs, 11 hits for the Red Sox, 2 runs on 8 hits for Colorado. Two and 1. Moniak would hit next. He's had a long night. 3 strikeouts. Sonny Gray tied him up in knots. Tapper toward first, fair ball, down for Contreras, and the Red Sox win it. 5-2 the final tonight here in Colorado. They shake off an awful defeat last night, and the Red Sox even up the series. Sonny Gray was really the biggest part of the story with 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's the story of the night. I mean, he was absolutely fantastic. 11 punch-outs here in Colorado, and really 9-1 and 9-1. You know, with Siegler and Eaton, the way they swung the bat with Abreu, big night offensively, put up enough. Good win here.
And Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Alana and Lenny will break down the keys tonight, and Jemai will chat with Nate Eaton, who had a terrific night. That and more coming up after the break.